Welcome to Around the Reel with your hosts, Aaron Carlson, Charles Lawson, and Samantha Hannah. Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang.
Oh, okay.
We don't use it on a Zoom call.
Yeah.
It sounds so good because he's in here.
He's in here with us.
He's in studio.
And who's in studio with us today?
We have Mr. Christian Day in studio.
Hello.
What's up, man? I wanted to say that, Chuck, you probably really like his first name, don't you?
Christian?
Yeah.
Because he's Christian, happens to be Christian.
Because you're like that church guy.
How am I the church guy?
Because you always
Because
talk
out of
about
everybody who
faith.
goes here, I go to church.
You go to church, but you always are, like pushing that out there to the public, like God this, God that, prayer this, prayer that, and follow the dream and path, whatever.
Eat this, suck that. I know.
No, but you kind of
push it
balance.
all.
I think do you use the Christianity stuff as a balancing
For all my
tool?
morbid thoughts,
Correct.
yes.
Do you really?
Oh, God, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That
He
makes
knows.
sense. That makes sense. Okay. I was just curious.
That's why I have the thoughts and don't have the actions. Because God is like, whoa,
Okay.
that's weird even for you.
So if I don't use that Christianity as my balancing point, how am I able to balance it without having God in my life?
We're still trying to get you.
Yeah, we're trying to balance you.
But I'm pretty balanced.
That's
Not
because you
really.
have us.
Oh, wait. No, I watch Cobra Kai. Never mind. I don't need that. I just have Miyagi. That's all I need. That's good. Christian, what's up, man?
Hey, man, how you doing?
I'm good.
He'll catch that in the edit.
Welcome to Around the Reel.
Thank you.
So happy you're here, man.
Thanks, I'm glad to be here.
I think we are too. aren't we? We love Christian.
Are you
right?
sure?
I love him already.
Are you sure you're good to be here? I mean, are you glad to be here?
Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll probably change that before the show's over. That's just so you know. We'll give you
kinda
the
how we
same.
roll.
We give you the same disclaimer that we give all of our guests. We put you by the door in case you want to fucking leave.
Get the hell
In
out.
case you want to run.
And I gotta ask, did you and Aaron talk before the show? Because you're very close to color coordinated there.
I was gonna say that.
I
They're
noticed
twinsy.
that. I noticed that earlier.
They're twinning.
they're it's that
You're-
filmmaker.
are you-
vibe.
are you an
twinning
Aries?
too?
That's right.
No, I'm a Pisces.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Close enough.
Oh, I thought you were,
I think so.
I thought you were an
I think so.
asshole.
I'm that too.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, according to, at least a few people I know.
But you're a Pisces. What were you? I missed it.
I'm an Aries.
You're an Aries.
Yeah.
What are you, Chuck?
Weird.
Is that's up there?
No, what
In the constellations, weird is up there?
Wait a second. If you know anything about the constellations and how everybody acts, how they are, with me being the way I am, what am I? I'm a nerd.
Oh yeah, Wayne, you're
Overly
Oh, you're like
analytical.
a Sagittarius or Scorpion.
He's
or
not a
Scorpio or whatever.
Sagittarius. You are a Sagittarius? You're not. No.
Scorpio.
No,
I'm sorry. For those of you listening at home, no.
You're not a
I'm sitting here shaking my
Capricorn.
head.
He's
You
a
are
Scorpio.
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 See,
Yeah.
I was right.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
My
First
brother's
up.
a Scorpio.
See, all right.
I'm a Sag.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And-
That's why you guys get along. You're too close in the little
Oh, is that
like,
why?
universe thing. Yeah. Yeah.
Is that-
You
that's
guys
why
are
we're-
you
that's
guys
why
are
we're-
like
celestial.
yeah, you guys are like Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm like Aquaman and shit. You know what I mean? We're just on different planes. I'm a
You're
badass
not,
like
you're not
Aquaman.
Aquarius.
No, I'm a
So-
Pisces. Like, I'm in the
not,
water.
You're not
I'd be swimming.
badass like Aquaman. You're like
You're not
You're like
at
you're like
all.
1980s blonde-haired, orange shirt Aquaman.
You see this?
It's actually
You see what I'm
really
saying?
funny. Yeah, 'cause-
Christian, welcome to Around the Reel.
welcome
Thanks.
to Around the Reel.
Jesus. All right. Well,
Aaron, thanks for showing up.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
He's
Yeah.
Is
definitely
anybody else
not
getting
the
left and
current-
right feeding there?
No.
I'm not
no,
getting
that's
shit.
you.
No.
I'll check my headphones.
Yeah.
Check
And
your head
Check your
while
head too. Yeah. See if that's
Wait a
okay.
Did that help? Nope, they didn't do it.
So how's the drive out here in the middle of nowhere?
It wasn't too bad. My son's mom lives about 15 minutes up in Bremerton, so
Okay.
yeah, I'm used to the drive and the tolls.
And the tolls too. Yeah. Do you still get the same toll I get? That brown person toll?
Yeah.
Why do they do
Feels
that?
like
It's so mean to do. They put that bridge up there for a reason, Chuck. And then the toll, they're like, we got to figure out a way to keep them out of
You know,
here.
you complain about how many times you have to come over here and all the money you spend. I spent $200 in the last week and a half on bridge tolls, and I only went over the bridge once.
Oh, you pay for a lot of people's? But you
I'm
do
sorry.
good
Would you like
deeds.
to be added to my list of
Yeah,
good
good
Can you
deeds.
please? Can you add me
He's
too?
a good deed guy. What did Sam say last week? A good deeder? You're a good deeder.
You're a good deeder.
Yeah,
Aaron
You're a good
is
deeder,
not a
deeder,
good deeder.
I'm a good deeder.
When was the last time you did a good deed, Aaron?
Yesterday.
And what was that?
I went to check on you at the house when you were doing the floors for your daughter.
Thanks to Eva, who decoded my message to you, which
But
you should
that
have decoded
also-
on your own.
That also is a good deed because I was smart enough to know I needed a decoder. You know, you just can't go in. I was like, what's
Okay, just we don't care.
You know, remember in remember in Sneakers,
Oh,
Robert
yeah.
Redford.
I remember
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
the message said.
Yeah, Robert Redford. He needed a team. You know, I had a team, and I knew how to give to the teammates to help me.
So the decoding message was, if I am not correct, the decoding message was,
Bring me some alcohol or I'm gonna fucking freak out.
No, that's not what it said.
No,
That's not what it said.
No, that was the code.
That was
However, the message was, how are you feeling?
Yeah, because I had a tummy ache.
Oh, because I
yesterday.
said I asked him how he was feeling.
And as soon as I got that message, bro, I was like,
How am I feeling became, bring me some alcohol before I cut someone.
Yeah,
Because it was like I didn't really care about that. I was just trying to be nice.
so I'm at home and I have my tummy's all fucked up a little
Yeah.
bit, and I'm sitting on the couch just trying to take it easy for a minute. And my daughter Eva and we were gonna watch What If, try to start What If for the first time. And I got ready to press play. Well, I did press play, and we were 1 minute and 51 seconds. We saw the intro, and then the phone buzzed, and I'm like, oh shit. So I paused it, and then I look at it and it says, "How you feeling today?" Now remember, she's at her daughter's house, ripping up their new floors.
Or their old
So
floors.
The old
Sweaty.
floors that are nasty,
Sweating.
the new house they got, but the
He's
floors are
sitting on the
fucked.
couch
Yeah.
and I'm doing the man work. Yeah,
Whoa,
that's how it goes.
Whoa. Let's talk about how you called Chuck's favorite person Jesus over. Because she's got a friend who voluntarily jumped in there to help, who packed up all the stuff with his wild ass dog
And
that you didn't want to be around either,
well, I hate that dog. But
that you ended up setting
he's
up.
far from Jesus.
Yeah, that's what happened. That's what happened. So
Sounds like a country song.
She left and did this on her own free will. You know, we have free will. You know, right, Chuck?
Yes, we have free
Okay,
will.
right. So that's what happened.
Another Christian thing.
Yeah.
Honestly,
And then I think she got in there and started to realize how shitty that job was, the tear out would be.
No one
And then
cares
she's like,
about-
motherfuck this shit. And
No
then
one
she's
cares.
fucking Aaron. I know he's sitting on the couch and saying, "How you feeling?"
Yeah, that's a scary text to get.
That's a scary
Under those-
fucking text, right? So
Okay, you
my
just
daughter
wasted,
decoded it, and
like-
that's not a waste. There's a lot of men out there going, "Yeah, I get that. I fucking understand exactly
so
what you're saying."
irrelevant to what we're trying to talk about.
Should we get back to Christian?
Yeah, please.
Well, we were talking about Christian because we're talking about good deeders.
We should look out the
And
window and
Christian
make
is
sure
a good
Deb's not out there.
Oh.
Deb's not peeping out there.
So Christian,
Waiting.
yeah.
You've got stalkers from our families.
My
Aaron's mom's she's like, can I dust the chair? Can
She's
I,
like,
what
yeah.
can I do?
Can I fill his drink?
Well, hello, Aaron's mom.
she loves you.
Oh, she's
man.
gonna love that.
Oh, yep. I don't even want to be around her when she hears that. Might be a water balloon exploding somewhere. Man
She's
alive.
like, I could cook. She's like, I could cook some
I
dinner.
could cook. I could put your headphones on him. Yeah. I could clean off the seat. She loves you, man. Isn't that funny?
She wants to clean your microphone.
Yeah. She likes the chocolate. She be loving it. Okay. 8 minutes in the show and we haven't even started talking. about
I
this
know.
yet. Okay.
Let's talk
Yeah,
about you.
but we've got his input throughout the whole thing, so it's like he's not just sitting here listening.
That's true. That's true.
He is
So,
kind
do you
of
still
that.
want to stay for the rest of the show?
Oh yes.
All right. Let's get started.
And you did get the questionnaire up front that we didn't send you.
No. Yeah.
All right. Good answer. Good answer.
Yeah, that's fun with that. So, Christian, why don't you tell the audience who you are, what you do, where you're from, all that good stuff.
Yeah. So I'm a writer, actor, director out of Tacoma, Washington, and just passionate about all three. Directing kind of was like a had to do after writing, and wanting to get that process done and looking for producers. I was like, why don't I invest in the equipment and try to work this thing out and surround myself with people that know what they're doing. And that's kind of how that came about. It's been fun, just the whole process. I've been acting since like 9 or 10, since I can remember. I've been writing since around that time.
Cool.
It started off with like me writing little series. It was called Snakebite.
Okay.
And it was like a
Awesome.
horror series, and
Oh, cool.
people are dying, and I'm giving it to my mom, and she's like, "Oh, my son might be crazy as fuck." And I got that vibe from her, but as I grew more and kept writing, I think it kind of got a little lighter. I
Sure.
mean, I was just horror movies were my thing back then. And so I started there, and then writing novels, then seeing how screenplays are done.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a lot easier to me just because the dialogue and all that. I mean, the framework, I was just like, okay, I want to do screenplays. And so I steered in that direction, and I've been on that trajectory as far as like writing screenplays and acting, and it's I took a break in my early 20s for the military and life. Okay. But definitely made my way back to acting. It's been a long time passion. It's not one of those things where I feel like I have a choice in the matter. It's like that's what I'm here for.
You got to do it. Yeah, you know that's the shit you're supposed to be doing.
It's your calling.
I'm with you.
Sure. Yeah.
I feel the same way. I always have to. Yeah. And I've tried to ignore it at times, and all it does is make me feel icky.
Yeah.
I feel sick. I don't feel happy. I get angry. Get pissy. Bitchy. I'm on my period. It happens.
Sometimes
it's weird, isn't
he's
it?
on his period anyway. It happens actually once a month, regardless.
It's sympathy pains, baby. Oh, sorry.
It's an excuse to be a fucking asshole.
This is the moment of the show where we just stop talking.
You need to learn to start talking at that time.
Okay, both of you shut up. Christian, sorry, that's how I told you guys to shut up was because I had to eat some crow.
So you were thinking about novel writing, and then you kind of turned it into the screenplay thing, you said, right?
Yeah, I'm doing a little bit of both now. One of my friends convinced me to writing a novel, so I'm doing one right at the moment, and I'm with illustrations, and it's been cool to see that come to life.
I bet.
Yeah.
Speaking of illustrations, we love the beginning of your show. Illustration is amazing. Who does that?
Thank you. That's Ari Tunes. He's out of I think Brazil.
Okay.
That is so cool. We love that.
It's
awesome.
It is quite a unique and I don't even know how to describe that. It brings you to the show in a cool way.
Yeah, it's super
it
fun.
really does, and there's a high quality to it too. And when you see it, you're like, "Oh shit, I'm going to watch a real show." It's dope. It's really good.
Thank you.
That's good. How'd you find that guy?
I was looking around. I think I joined. I joined an animation or a couple animation groups on Facebook, and I think I put a post out, and I went searching throughout that group and found him, and being able to add some of the serious tones to it, like with the characters that you see in there, and some of the messaging where you have some shouting, and then you have like two on the right of the BLM throwing, throwing bottles or whatnot.
It's so creative. Yeah. Like the whole thing is so creative.
The show is called When to Use the N-Word. So we'll talk about the title in a little bit, but what inspired you to get started on this show in particular?
It started with the George Floyd situation, and I remember my kid's mom and her brother and a lot of other people marching that I knew that I was close with, and I just felt bad about not doing that, but I knew at the same time, for me, that's not how I want to go about it. And I did want to come up with something. I was like, all right, let me contribute somehow. And then I just told myself, why don't I contribute in a way that I know best, which is expression and in art. And so I turned towards that because I did like Facebook sketches and stuff like that. And meanwhile, comedy was one of those ones that I was afraid of for a while, just because as an actor, you come up drama typically, learning how to cry and all that kind of stuff.
Sure.
And so drama was one of those comedy was one of those ones that I was like, wow, that's kind of tough to make people laugh. And doing my sketches, I realized it wasn't as hard as I thought. And then definitely getting to write it became a lot easier. Just understanding why people laugh and where the reactions are coming from. And I was like, okay, I think I can do this. I think I can put it together. So why don't I do that, mesh it with something important, because understanding the climate drove me to making it about what it was, which was when to use the N-word, and it is like a scary title when people see it. They're like, "Hey, never, no."
Yeah, right.
But it's really about raising the awareness of everyone around us, Black people, white people, any color people, just because there's situations where you'll see that people of color kind of, will do things that make, non-people of color feel bad too, and so I wanted to show those. I wanted to show what we deal with, the subtleties, because it's not always like you see in films where there's the extremes of people yelling this and going through that. A lot of the times it's like meeting your white parents.
Right.
And then them doing the, just the little subtleties that don't really get highlighted, don't really get seen. They get swept under the rug, so they're not really understood. And so I just wanted to make light of those. So
You make them funny.
Yeah,
You really do.
yeah.
You make
Thank
it
you.
funny. Yeah, I love it because it's so lighthearted and no one can really get mad about. Your sketches are great.
Thank you.
They're funny.
Thank you.
I love them. I think it's awesome because you're not. I mean, it's not insulting to anybody.
Yeah, that's
and
what
that's
I'm-
yeah.
That was the goal, to not insult anyone, but make people just more aware, really. That's just what it is, more aware of what they may be doing. Because we had so many instances on set where people, cast members, crew members, are just looking at it and going, wow. We've had tears shed on set. We've had really good conversations. And that was really cool. That was the most cool to see. Just, I knew it would spark something within the audience.
Yeah.
But to see it happen on set before it even got there, I was like, oh my goodness, this is powerful.
Yeah, it is. It's
Stop
rich.
crying. We gotta reshoot that scene.
Well, you open your shows with a little monologue, so to speak, kind of a theme.
Yeah.
And then you roll into the sketch, and that is a great formula in and of itself.
Before
right?
he even does the sketch, he does the whole dialogue.
Yeah.
Where
That was what I was.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, that's what I was talking about. Anyway,
I thought you were talking about trying.
no,
Sorry.
it's okay. You're fine. But that's the cool part. So do you base every episode off a theme, basically, and then you kind of go off that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought it would be great to start it off with the important message, because you'll get your laughs, you'll get the goofiness, but I definitely wanted to root it in something that was important, get a message out.
Yeah.
And it seemed to do pretty well that way.
I like it. Yeah, I like it a lot.
I love it.
It comes across perfectly, I think.
If you ever need a white girl, I'm here for
He's
it.
gonna have to have
I
it.
got you. Yeah.
There's a lot of
I know you
humor
need
in
white
there.
girls, but I mean, if you need a different white girl, here I am.
You should tell him the thing. You're like, yeah, I have a black friend too.
Yeah.
You could say that, and then he's
I
like,
have a
all right,
black
cool.
kid, actually. I do. 2 of them, actually.
Sam covered her
I
bases.
like how she's like realizing this. And she goes, "Oh my god, I'm like multiracial."
Yeah, Sam
Well,
has
I'm
Sam
not
has
really multiracial.
in my
but
household.
Sam's made sure to have kids with every nationality. That way, she fits in everywhere.
I didn't have an Asian
no joke.
baby. I need an Asian baby, though. I don't have one.
I can't help you with that one.
Don't look over here. I'm whiter than you.
I'm done having kids, so I actually had to tell my kids, please give me an Asian baby for a grandbaby. I need an Asian baby.
You watch too many TikToks.
Asian
Sam.
babies are the cutest babiys ever.
Should be loving Asian babies. though.
They're so cute. And I don't have one. I need one.
It's the funniest thing ever. If we had an Asian baby sitting over in the corner, we would lose Sam for the rest of the show.
If we
I'd
had
be
any
gone.
baby, but yeah,
I would be gone.
she would be gone.
I'd
Absolutely.
be all over Asian baby.
And which is why ladies not allowed in the room anymore, because then
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Babies
It
and
would
kids.
take too
Yeah,
emotional,
babies and
yeah.
animals. I'm done.
So you start this show, man, and you had this concept and idea, and you because of the racial tension basically going on after George Floyd's death. You approach it with comedy, which is brilliant.
Thank you.
But you're hitting subject matters that are serious. How do you feel personally about all this stuff that's gone on over the last couple of years?
Personally, I think this is gonna. I mean, I feel like it's always going on. I feel like with the media, it gets blown up, and they kind of pick and choose which stories to blow up, and so that doesn't take away the fact that it's happening. So I mean, we're just left with that it is happening. And so it's, as long as we're progressing, I feel pretty optimistic about where we're headed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm asking this because I'm curious, because I'm brown too, a little bit.
Well,
I'm half white, but half brown.
Yeah.
Black guy.
Whatever.
People
Aaron
listen to the
loves
show,
to
Eric.
point out races.
This is
what he does.
well, he's got a show called How to Use N-Words.
I know, so I knew.
This is a fitting conversation.
Yeah, it's not like the other 69 episodes we did where I had no reason to talk about it. I did.
I'm
Today
surprised that Chuck and I have gotten to talk.
I know. He just does it to watch the white guests go. I noticed that there was some more color in your screen. Wait, why am I talking whiter than I am?
You can't help it, right?
I know. How come the voice has got to go a little higher?
I know it happens.
Aaron talks white too. You can't tell he's black
all the
when
time.
he talks.
Yeah,
and
that's
you
why I
can't
was
tell
afraid
he's black
to
if he pulls his pants down.
That's true. No, that's true. Unfortunately, yeah, I am white, so I got a little gypped. It's fine. I did have a question for you, Christian.
Because you are brown, you had a thought.
Yeah, it was before all that. Now
And we're drinking brown sugar
why
bourbon.
don't you guys ask a question so I can get back to my thought process there, because it was kind of important, but you guys fucked me all up, so it's fine. You guys go ahead. What do you got? What do you got? I had a really deep question for him too.
Well, you keep thinking about your deep question.
You go ahead then. Yes.
Do you have it still, or you're still?
No, that's the thing. I lost it because you guys.
So while he's going for depth, let's go for shallow. What's your favorite? I'm kidding. So we were talking earlier about shooting the episode, and you ran tight on your time frame.
Yeah.
So what was the decision you made? Because I know you said you wanted to try and get it to some film festivals. You want to get it submitted as a complete series. So you made some alterations, and now you're getting flack from your crew because you had so much fun making this show that they're like, hey, just because you got your complete little series doesn't mean we can't keep having more fun.
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts about that? Are you going to go back and finish and do some more stuff to have some more fun? Are you going to make it just a whole second season? Damn it, man. What are you going to do?
So the goal with the festivals and trying to market it a little bit later is to get some funding for season 2, bring some local comedians in, and then, see what happens from there. They're going to be longer sketches. In my mind, I had 30 minutes an episode. So just to get the funding for that is the goal. And yeah, that's pretty much it. With the last 2 episodes, they were written out. We had everything planned. We had everyone casted. And then in Washington, we were at like 104. Like for a stretch, it was like 104, 113 or something crazy at one point. And so I just, I had to cancel it for equipment issues. And, and so people were kind of down about that. They were like, well, can we still shoot it? But then, Sundance's early deadline was coming up and I wanted to knock that out. So I saw it as a sign. I was like, let's get this sent out, see what happens. We can always get funding, use those in season 2. And that was the decision there. But
all right, cool. That makes sense. Yeah, that's dope. Thank you for the break there. I needed to gather my thoughts.
We needed you to shut up too, so.
I understand that. So Christian, we were talking about the race thing going on over the last few years. And I know how I feel personally when I see certain things. I was just curious, where you're at. When you see a video clip that starts trending and you see, a person of color who obviously looks like they're being assaulted by an officer, or something weird's going on in a car, where the way they're pulled over, and then you see the response of the officers involved, right? And then you see it end badly, one way or another. Yeah. Without knowing the whole story, what's your first feeling when you see a video clip that way? Because when I see it, I immediately go to, that's what happens. Every fucking time. And then there's moments when I get the whole story later. Yeah. And you're like, okay, I could see why the officer did that or that. But for the most part, I always react feeling a bit tense about how the police officers handled themselves. Where I'm like, that's fucked up. That's how I feel initially every fucking time. Yeah. So how do you feel being a man of color too?
My initial feeling is I always put myself into that position, and I know it it would have went differently because, especially if it's like a resisting arrest type of a situation, I just wouldn't, just because of everything that's happened, been highlighted. I always put myself in that situation and just feel, bad for the individual that's going through it, whether it be, them resisting or whatever. It's still a human being. Maybe, I don't know why they're resisting, but something in their mind told them to, whether it's a bad decision or not. It's still sad to see that end badly for them.
Yeah.
And I just wish there would be like some other outcome where, and I think it boils down to training. And I think there's not enough emphasis on the police training and how to deal with those situations. Why are we not having psychological training for these type of situations? Because that is important. You're dealing with people.
Yeah.
And it's just it's disheartening to see. So immediately it's like an emotional feeling where it's like, damn, I wish it could have went another way.
Do you think white police officers are afraid of black people? Because I always think they are. Yeah. I think there's an intimidation factor there for some reason, whether it's stereotypes or they are racist. Maybe they're not. Maybe they're just afraid because they see how cool black people are or how athletic black people are. And you see in the movies, and the black guy's always the toughest, baddest motherfucker. Yeah. That you see, and subconsciously I think these officers, since they're not around black people probably in their day-to-day lives, have no idea how really black people are, where we're just like, want to barbecue, want to watch a movie, want to hang out and chill, we ain't trying to hurt nobody. And then they get intimidated so quickly, where they could go in the same situation with another white person in a car in the same regard, treat them completely differently. They're not as afraid. So there's this fear.
And think about what started that.
Well, what did?
All the gang stuff.
Maybe.
All the gang stuff, it created a fear within society.
I always go farther than that, though. I always think it's an embedded guilt almost.
See, I don't know
in white
about
people
that.
in society.
I don't know
that they have from what they know happened when they weren't even around back in the slave times, and their ancestors did these things, and they feel bad, and they probably think that black people have this grudge against them.
Well, I feel bad about that, and I do think black people have a grudge.
Okay, there you go.
However, they should have a grudge. I mean, it was awful. However,
but is it justified?
This is another thing. Well, I'm not sure if it is or if it isn't. I mean, it depends, I guess. I mean, things, it goes generation to generation. And if your mother was hurt, that hurts you. So I'm sorry, but anybody who says, that kind of slavery stuff, it doesn't happen now, I'm sorry, but that's wrong. Because if your parents dealt with it, if your grandparents dealt with it, you dealt with it. Because to see your parents or your grandparents hurt is hurting. It's hurtful to you. Yeah. Sure. So I think that people are wrong when they say that doesn't, go generations on, where they say, that doesn't happen anymore. That's bullshit, because if it happened to somebody then it happened. And it's still relevant to see your ancestors hurting is you hurting, period. And anybody can agree with that. I mean, if you see your grandparents upset and hurting, you're hurt by whatever happened to them. So I think that there's a relevance to it regardless of what a lot of people say about it's not occurring anymore, it's not happening anymore as far as slavery goes.
Sure.
And that's where it all began. That's where this all began.
And I think I think it's a mix. I don't think it's just one thing. I think some of it could be fear. Some of it is trying to send a message. It could be, you
mean like coming from police officers and how they react?
Yes.
You think they're trying to send a message?
I think some of them are.
What would that be?
To just let them know.
You black motherfuckers better stay in line.
Yeah.
Get your ass whooped. I mean, seriously, that's what he said.
No, but I think there's a mix. I think you'll have some that do have that subconscious fear. I think some of them might have that. All right, let me put a message out because I'm not trying to deal with that. I'm not dealing with the back talk. There might be some that have other reasons. I don't think it's just one thing. I think it's different for everybody just because people are different. But
I've never seen one white Karen that talks shit to an officer for a ticket get her ass whooped. So why don't they put up with that? Why do they put up with that?
I have.
You saw a white woman get her ass whooped?
I saw a video.
Oh, we got to watch that one. That's fun.
I know, it's great. It's
Wait,
great.
let's all pause and watch.
I got to see that one.
It's a great video. Yeah, she's a total Karen and she gets her ass beat.
Oh, that's badass. Okay, well, I retract my statement then.
But it was the only one I've ever seen. I
Okay.
mean,
No, I get
know
it.
what you're saying.
Yeah.
Like it was a good video to see, but it's rare. It doesn't often happen like that, and not just Karens, but white dudes. I mean, they're able to push buttons a lot further than say black people are.
Yeah.
Or or Mexican people even, or anybody of a different race.
Yeah.
I saw a video and it was about Ants, the movie, the animated Disney movie, and it was like one of the little ants threw something. I forgot what they did, but the larger, more in charge ant, he spoke to the rest of his people and he said, if one of them makes all of them do it, or all of them come at us, then there's a problem. You know what I mean? So smushing one little ant doesn't look like a big thing to the other ones until the rest of them come and they're dealing with something much larger. And that message, stuck with me for a while. And that goes back to the police officer who does it to make sure he sends out a message. Mm-hmm. And so he knows, he tries to let everyone know, look, I don't want all y'all coming at me. I'm trying to send a message to y'all that this is what will happen if you guys, try this. And I think, that is an underlying thing with some of them. And then, some of them could be the fear, but, like you said, we're just trying to do barbecues. Like we're just trying to live, trying to live regular people.
That's everybody.
We ain't going nowhere.
We're all
really.
just trying to live.
Black people chill.
But if
We
you
just hang out.
if you really think about the other side,
we're
of that,
not even on the roads very much.
There's another side of that, though. I mean, I think and you can call me white or whatever, but I think that there's a side that the cops have too, that they actually struggle to have authority and they struggle to know what's right and wrong when it comes to, say they pull over a black person and they're a white cop.
Yeah.
That's a struggle right there because you don't know how to, approach the situation and you don't know how the situation is going to go down. And especially right now where it's so up in the air about how a situation is going to unfold or how a certain person's going to treat you or act. They're trying to have authority. They're trying to keep things cool. So even, the ones that aren't racist, I think are going through a lot right now, just trying to figure out how do you deal with a situation.
Absolutely.
Just period.
Yeah.
Yeah, possibly. No, I get what you're saying.
I think there's another side. I'm just saying, and I'm not saying, I'm not like a Blue Lives Matter person. Black
No,
Lives
I know
Matter.
that. No.
I'm not
You
saying
look at
about
the- you
that.
look at it
but I'm
as a
looking at
whole.
the big picture.
I try to too.
Yeah.
Everyone who's involved, I think it matters because I think it's not fair for everybody.
And I can't speak to what it's like being a cop. I'm not saying I know everything about that. I don't have any idea what they go through on a day-to-day basis. In fact, if I have a hard time dealing with people going to the grocery store. You know what I mean? There's too many motherfuckers. It puts a bad taste in my mouth being around people too much because they're just annoying.
Yeah.
They get on your fucking nerves. Yeah. So imagine being an officer and you're out there dealing with, people who are breaking the law consistently every day.
Yeah.
And then some of them taking even further than that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You would... It's kind of like how the medical profession right now is going through the anti-vaxxers and they're getting disgruntled. They're like, you motherfuckers, you're coming in here when you get sick, and you've had a year to get vaccinated. Yeah. Well, you know what? Fuck you. Have fun. That's your shit now. A cop probably feels the same way.
Yeah.
A little bit.
After a while, you're just like, another one.
That's what I'm saying.
And I get that. But it should be a consistent another one, no matter what color they are. And there's a different... it's like when you have your favorite kid and you put one on restriction, but the other one you beat their ass and then put on restriction. Black people get their ass beat and then get on restriction. White people get on restriction. So what's the favoritism?
And that's what I think. Like,
is it favoritism though?
I think so.
If training was like more front and center, I think every police officer that selected should have emotional control. I think their emotional control should be evaluated.
Yeah,
absolutely.
definitely. Absolutely. No different than people owning guns. If you're going to own something that can kill somebody, you should be evaluated. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Somehow, somewhere. I mean, I got to get a license to sell a fucking house.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Honestly, though.
It's the dumbest shit ever.
Honestly, though.
Anyway.
It should be.
Chuck, what do you got to say?
Yeah. Chuck, how do you feel?
Okay, so I've been dealing... No, it's fine. I'm a white guy. I've never been pulled over for racial things ever.
No.
Even with him in my car.
Me neither.
I mean, there's nothing ever that's ever happened as far as me being profiled or any of that kind of crap. But what I can say is, after 2 decades of working closely with law enforcement officers, the training won't happen for those who are broken already. You have 3 different types of cops. You have the protect and serves. You have the peacemakers, who are kind of like the people who want to make sure that they, take care of the letter of the law and, send good messages to the teenagers and everything else and everybody else who they deal with.
Yeah.
And then you have the
good deeders.
And then you have the dictators. And you can tell which cop is which by the way they walk up on somebody. And I know this from dealing with our friend who helped us with our previous movie.
Yes.
And I watched him and another guy walk up in a situation and deal with 2 different people. And the peacekeeper walks up to the person and stands sideways with them. And the dictator walks up and squares off with them.
Okay.
It's like, this one's ready to react, and this one's ready to start something.
But that's just people. That has
But that's
nothing
just
to do
something
with.
you will never retrain that dictator person. So you have to figure out a way to find them before they start.
And
Got
weed
you.
them out.
Because those dictators are the ones who will be first on the scene and making sure that whatever's happening, they are talking loudest and over everybody else to make sure that everybody has his back the way he or she. Don't get me wrong, women can be dictators too.
Yeah.
I know. I live with one.
As from living
You
with
know what? You can go fuck
from having
yourself
Sam on the show,
for
we
the
know that
next year.
sometimes she likes dicks, but it's great burgers and sporting goods. But no,
Anyway.
honestly, those are the 3 realms of cops, and honestly, the ones you see on all the videos and the ones causing all the shit are the dictator styles. You
But
get the
my
people who are
question-
peacemakers. I mean, I watched my friends who are police officers walk through the city of Seattle to try and push everybody back, and I watched the difference of personas of all the people walking up.
Can the
One block-
dictators not be good?
Dictators will not. No.
No, they're always got-
Dictators are your narcissists.
Okay,
Dictators
okay,
are your
got
bullies
you.
in school.
Gotcha.
I understand now.
Yep.
I mean, there's
I thought because they're like a leader, you can have good leaders and bad leaders.
right,
If
but
you
I'd rather have a peacemaker as a leader.
Okay,
because
I'm
he
with you
understands,
now.
or she.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I keep saying he because I keep thinking of some of my friends who are male that
You're fine. Chuck, you're fine.
The audience
It's
knows
okay.
you're not insinuating. Only
Right.
leaders. I
Right.
get it.
He's a racist fucker, but he's not feminist or
Right. Yeah.
whatever.
Here we go.
Sorry.
It's okay.
But anyway, so
You're
that's
bigot.
my thought process is because I don't think that, I agree. There should always be training to get people to react to people better, but we have to find out a way to find these people because those same ones that are going to be the dictators are also going to be the ones who will move first.
Yeah. Yeah, he lost his camera.
I'm getting a phone call. That's why.
Oh, weird.
It says
Sorry,
Christian.
that iPad is also connected to my phone.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, there's Christian's back. All
There
right.
he is.
Hi, Christian.
Oh,
Anyway, so that was the thought process because there are awesome cops out there. So when everyone's like, cops don't matter, I'm like, fuck you, they do because some of them are my friends.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But at the same time, yeah, I agree. I mean, there has to be better training, but there has to be better screening to start. Just because you need to fill a quota and get your cops in and get people trained and get them on the streets, and this guy is amazing because he can do everything that we're asking him to do, doesn't mean he's the right person for the job.
There's
Or
been-
she.
Go ahead. Yeah.
There's
He
been a
or
very-
she. He or she. He or she.
There's been a very local, big deal around town, in our town, about a certain specific person, and we know who he is.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And okay, so I know this person personally, and he doesn't have actually a racist bone in his body, and I'm not kidding about that. He really doesn't. But there's a situation where he confronted somebody who happened to be black in his neighborhood, who's a predominantly white neighborhood, and he's white himself. And you know which one I'm talking about. I don't want to publicly go in there.
It's in the
but-
public. It's in the news.
Okay, so it's the Ed Troyer
Sheriff Ed
situation.
Okay.
Sheriff Ed Troyer. He just became sheriff. He was voted sheriff not too long ago, and there was a black newspaper delivery man in his neighborhood, and he found it shady because he was pulling up in everyone's driveway. So he came out and he dealt with the situation, and it all went bad. And so now there's signs, saying, resign Ed, and they think he's racist and all this stuff. And I can honestly say that the man's not racist. However, he's got problems, and he's clearly not a 100% an angel, and he does things that are not okay. So whereas maybe he's not racist, he still kind of deserved like to get called out for something, that he did.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how I feel about it. But just to see people's reactions about it and to think that he initially just goes straight into he's racist. Honestly, I know the guy, and I know that it wouldn't have mattered if, the guy could have easily been white. It would have been the same situation with him personally, because I know him. But
that's the thing, right?
It's come out because he's a policeman and because because the delivery man was a black man, it got into race. And it's now a big deal. And people think that he's absolutely racist and they want him to resign. And I don't blame him for thinking that because it looks that way. It really does.
And that's the thing. The gentleman, I don't even want to call him a gentleman. The fucking cop that killed George Floyd.
Yeah.
Okay, I forgot his name already, which is fine because I don't really give a fuck.
Care.
I'm sure there's people that he knew that felt the same way, that he's not racist.
Possibly.
But I think about it. He's got a mom, he's got a family, he's got, there's people he knows. And they probably were surprised, like, I never thought he'd be racist at all, They probably feel the same way.
Oh, come on. That
Seriously.
Clearly racist.
Well, I could say the same thing about Troyer.
You could.
You see what I'm saying? Because
there
was a black man delivering newspapers at 4:00 in the morning in North End, Tacoma, driving in and out and just tossing his papers. And they pulled him over and he showed them everything. He has papers in his back seat.
Yeah.
He's like, man, guys, really? Ed Troyer called what, like 10 police cars on this guy?
I'm not getting his back. I'm not getting his back.
Come on.
I'm not getting his back.
Right.
I'm just saying, is this situation... Okay, so in this situation, it's a controversial in our area.
That's why people are saying it.
But is it a situation of where...
He profiled him.
But where does that come into play? Because I honestly think he would have, if it was anybody, but when he became black, is that when he called everybody and said, hey, he's blocking me in, I'm scared of him, he's threatened my life, come. And that's when everybody came?
Yeah, but he lied about all that. That's the
He
thing.
did lie about that.
Yeah, that never happened.
So does that make him racist? Or was he afraid? Or what was the deal there? Because I know the guy and he's not a racist.
And the thing...
That's what I'm
No,
wondering.
please.
I mean, that's what I'm wondering.
This floor is yours more than us.
That's what I'm wondering.
And the thing that... that's the most interesting, I think, about this type of show and the awareness that it's raising is that some people have underlying prejudice that they don't realize they have until it's showed to them.
Interesting.
Yeah. And
right.
So you'll have people saying, I would never do this, I would never do that in that situation, and then they're seeing themselves in a reflection in shows like this or anything in that tone. And then they're realizing, oh, shit, I do that. Oh, shit, I do feel that way in that situation.
Right.
Interesting.
Damn.
Yes.
So just raising the awareness is important, just so we can kind of see ourselves a little more. You know what I mean? And
honestly.
Yeah.
Put it this way. I'm brown. Mm-hmm. I don't want to walk down Martin Luther King Way at 2:00 in the morning alone.
Yeah.
And I'm black.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that me being racist?
Well,
I'm profiling the area. I'm profiling the people that might be down there because I know there might be some crazy brothers down there that don't give a fuck about me, right? If you're white, you're really going to be scared.
I'm really going to be scared.
Yeah. And that's not a bad thing. It's just being safe and conscious of where you're going. I feel scared when I come out here. I do. There's a little bit of a... Every time I come out to Gig Harbor, there's not a lot of black people.
Because he watched Deliverance at too young of an age.
Maybe, but there isn't. But I'm aware of it, and being aware of it actually helps me. Mm-hmm. It makes me know how I should behave, where I'm at, watch my P's and Q's, and be cool. And you got to be able to do that. Now, when you're a brown person and you get pulled over by a cop, I've done the same thing. I've been very nice, officer. I keep my mouth shut. I do what I'm supposed to do. I don't make any sudden movements, any of that stuff, because you never know.
I do the same stuff, and I'm white girl.
Right, exactly. Yeah,
I mean, I literally act the same.
That's what a normal, I shouldn't say, I hate the word normal, but a person that is conscious of what's going on would do, because they are authority.
Mm-hmm. Respect right? authority, you're taught that.
Respect the power.
Mm-hmm. And I think it's important, that's why I think film and music is much more important than, normal people realize. I know, the elites know, but it's so impactful.
Platform. It's a platform to get a message across.
And you have so many people that adopt their ways of thinking from film.
Oh yeah.
From their favorite character in a movie, their favorite line in a movie.
Literally, Aaron.
That's me, bro.
For the guy who's talking about being brown, he's got the widest influences in his life. Cobra Kai, Don Johnson, John Elway. I mean, come on.
Yeah, badass.
So that's why I think it's so important to put those underlying messages that are positive. And I see it. That's why I feel so optimistic, is that I see it in the Netflix moving towards, what they're doing with the LGBT community.
Mm-hmm.
And I see their Black roles looking a lot differently, speaking a lot differently. And it's very good influence for our youth that's coming up. And so that's why I do think we're moving in a positive direction. But I just think, we have to continue that. It shouldn't be limited to Netflix or one, entity. It should be like all over. And things will change that way. I know it, just because I see if we're watching a movie and, like, for instance, my girlfriend's watching the movie, like 10 minutes later after the movie's over, she's talking like the girl that we just watched the movie.
Right.
Like, I'm like,
Strong
that was
influence.
quick.
I know, it's fast.
That was, oh my goodness.
I used to do it all the time when I was a kid. When I'd see something, I remember walking through the airport one time after I saw I think it was a Miami Vice episode, and I was walking through the airport and I heard the music. And I was seeing all the fucking stuff. I was trying to walk. I had my hands in my pockets like Don Johnson walking. I mean, I did all
You
that
might not
shit.
know about this. You're a lot.
Yeah, but I did. It's weird. No, I totally get it. I did it. It's very influential, and it's and using that platform as a message beacon.
Yeah.
It's powerful. Are you bathroom? Oh, it's okay, babe. It's all right.
Well, let me ask you guys this.
Here you
Okay,
go.
I'm going to ask a question.
Yes, please.
And I need to know if it's a racial question.
Oh, please.
Because, okay, so
Oh,
you're
no,
talking
the
about how-
dog came in the
It's
fucking.
okay. She'll be fine for a minute.
All right.
So, okay, you're talking about movies and influencing and everything, okay? So, it always bothered me, even when I was a kid, growing up in the 80s movies. It's like, and, in my neighborhood, I had friends. I had all friends.
Sure.
We had Asians. We had blacks. We had everybody. Everybody.
Yeah.
So, and it always bothered me. Why did the black guys die first? So what I want to know is, if I could find some of those 80s filmmakers, can I ask, is it okay to ask them, why did we always kill the black guys first in the 80s horror movies?
They're expendable.
They're expendable. Was it Star Trek?
No, they were.
Sorry,
I mean,
that was a
seriously.
white reference.
Seriously, because you had to set up the villains.
But still,
And the villains, so the white person could be the hero later.
why can't we just
That's why.
kill the annoying bitch instead?
They did that too. They do that too.
Because she had the big boobs.
Well, yeah, they
Big
did,
boobs.
they did have more off.
Squeaky voice. It's like, okay, we can't have her on screen for too long. Just kill her out of the water after she's gone swimming. But no, that always bothered me. It's like, why is it always? Why are they always first?
Well,
Why?
maybe that was subliminal messaging. Maybe the elites. Yeah, we're putting that into the films back then for the next generation of black people watching, and maybe that's why we don't go to the woods anymore, because they didn't want us out there in the first place. Because white people want to take the camping sites to get away and do their peaceful thing. They don't want black people out there. That's going to bother. Imagine pitching a tent next to a black family. You are not going to get peace.
I pitch a tent
You're
everywhere
not
I
gonna get
go.
peace, but you're gonna have fun.
But no, not if you're the white family going out there and doing
I'm
the
having
s'mores
fun.
and shit. We're over there barbecuing, loud music
We're
blasting.
talking about horror movies.
We're drinking, going dip. We're having fun. It's too noisy
Why are you laughing?
because that's true. The brothers be sitting there chilling. You're gonna hear some what? Who be playing?
Probably Tupac.
Tupac will be bumping. You know what I mean?
Or if you're an older person and you have any kind of stuff you might even have something. Why am I trying to blank here?
I know, I was
Where's
too.
all my
All my R&B
70s
music's
reference?
gone.
Marvin Gaye.
Marvin Gaye, thank
Not
you.
Marvin Gaye.
I would be playing. Dip, yeah, baby. Yes.
I will never forget.
This show is for Deb, completely for Deb.
It is though.
I will never forget working the campgrounds for something that was going on and just constantly hearing on repeat that sexual healing
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
over and over again. Working the campgrounds it was like a country show, and I'm like,
I think they did that for real, though. Yeah, I think they did that on purpose to scare
that-
black people from going in the woods
That
and
reminds
everything else. And they
me-
wanted the skiing. They wanted to ski.
That
So
re-
that's why we don't do that shit.
That reminds me of
Yeah.
something. So I asked my aunt does what you do with the concerts,
oh,
right?
okay,
Okay.
No,
listen.
I'm sorry.
But I wanted to know, like, what are the worst, scariest concerts? Like, what the most misbehaved people?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm not going to lie on this. I'm a white girl, and I expected her to say the rap ones. I really fucking did. You know what she said? The country ones.
Really?
They're the worst. The country guys get out of control.
I would have thought the metal.
So I was actually kind of surprised. Yeah, well, metal wasn't even brought up.
Oh.
Can you believe it or not?
No, I can, because metal guys are just sitting around, they're getting high and just chilling and drinking
no,
and
they're
fucking their
actually-
women in the green room. The Texas guys get drunk and then they go string one up.
Actually,
No, literally though, she said
what they
country. The country ones were the worst.
Wow.
And to go off that, so doing concerts for a long time.
Yes.
Aside from like Summer Jam and things like that, and it was never the crowd. It was always the people who came backstage, thought that they were entitled, who always caused problems. But crowds and everything else, people are totally chill. They're just there to enjoy the show. Yeah. It was always the people backstage who thought they were entitled because, oh no, my friend's the artist. Well, he's on stage and you're back here. Shut up.
Yeah.
So you don't cause a scene.
I love white privilege though. It's cool.
But she's right, because the problem with the country guys is it's 40-year-old guys who can't drink the way they did when they were in their 20s and think they can. Same thing. It's the same thing with butt rockers. You know, Def Leppard show comes to town. Same thing. Totally turning into assholes.
That's why I never got to see them.
Metal bands, same thing.
I love Def Leppard.
They're chilling and smoking pot. My biggest ones was when the 90s hit. And that's something that does make me sidestep. It doesn't matter where I'm walking, what I'm doing. I have no problem walking down the street anywhere, anytime. But the first time I ever got into a big fight was with a group of skinheads who was starting a fight in the middle of a mosh pit at a 90s show. So that's the only thing that's ever made me sidestep and go away. Those were the worst shows I ever worked.
Interesting.
My buddy got knifed in a show, going over the wall to try and protect a kid who was getting beat the shit out, get the crap beat out of him by a bunch of skinheads, Aryan Nation guys, all this stuff, like that new trailer we just watched for Kevin James, Becky, giant swastika on the back of his head, and that's also the first. That's the only time I've ever choked somebody out to make sure that I could get away okay.
Yeah.
I have a super serious question since we're on a serious subject.
Wait a minute.
I love this. We were going to talk to him more about filmmaking too.
I was going to ask. I was going to ask you. Yeah. I was going to ask you this question. So, this is a very serious question, right? I'm about to ask. So, do you think that the Black Lives Matter, just Black Lives Matter in and of itself, do you think that's sending the correct message? Or do you think that's confusing to what ultimately people want? And what people want is obviously equality. Everyone wants to be looked at equally as everyone else. That's what we all want.
Yeah. I think it's rooted in good intention. And that's what I always look for. And it's so easy to look at one area or a couple areas and say it's everything. Just like if you meet one black person and you have a bad interaction, then it's all black people. Just like BLM, there's good intentions, so there's going to be good and there's going to be bad. And that's why at the beginning of When Tuesday the N-Word, I showed BLM and you have one side that's like that, and that has nothing to do with the actual right or left. It's just what I ended up doing.
Life.
Right.
I mean, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah, you're always going to find bad eggs. The opinion of bad, the collective opinion of bad.
Yeah.
And
Same thing with police officers.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'd say the intention when starting it was good.
Yeah.
I'd say I've met people that have that belief that are good, but I've also seen the bad side of it. So
who's to say, really?
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I just think personally, from a white girl opinion, I guess, because I'm a white girl, I just think it's kind of confusing to people, because then people want to come out and say, well, all lives matter and all that stuff. And then that gets, that's insulting because we're trying to point out the fact that Black lives do matter, not that white lives don't matter or other lives don't matter, but just that Black lives do also.
It's
but
America.
It's so confusing.
It's
so
fucking
everyone
America.
kind of has their own interpretation of that statement.
Yeah.
And it gets kind of confusing. And that's where I think maybe the message is confusing, but To people, to some people, because some people get it and some people don't. To be honest with you, coming from a white person's standpoint, I didn't get it until I read Billie Eilish's explanation of it. She had a perfect explanation of it. And I got it. When she said it, I got it.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I don't remember how she said it, but it was easy to understand when she explained
Wasn't it about the house
before
burning
that.
out?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
And about your,
Oh yeah, I heard
the
that
house
one too.
burning. Yeah. Did you hear that one?
Yeah, that one's a good one.
Good for a white person because I got it when I heard that. But before then, I didn't really understand the message. And I think some people don't. And I think that's what probably part of the problem is.
I think that's what Chuck was kind of saying too.
Yeah.
Not everybody's going to ever get it. They're never going to get it. Not everybody. A majority of people should. And if a majority of people getting vaccinated or understanding that Black Lives Matter does mean all lives matter. But right now we're focusing on this group because they're the ones that are taking the heat.
Yeah.
If people can understand that concept and use their brains more, then they'd be fine. The problem is we live in a culture that is spoiled as fuck, and they all want to bitch about everything, and they're looking for that attention, and they want to be playing devil's advocate all the time. I don't think most of the people even fucking really care.
Yeah.
They just go out and say a bunch of shit. They do. I think they really do. They do it when we make our movies.
Yeah.
They didn't even watch our fucking movie and they're saying bad things about it. How the fuck can you do that?
We just
Because
released
they
the
don't
movie 2
care.
minutes ago. What do you mean it sucks? You haven't even watched it.
You haven't even seen it. You know, there's no way. So, I mean, logically, if you really think about it, if people really think, there is just a group of people in our culture, and I can't speak for the whole world, but at least here in this country, that are just fucking assholes.
They're
and they
bored.
always will be,
Yeah.
no matter what.
Yeah.
They have nothing better to do
Yeah.
than to criticize everybody. And
And those are the same motherfuckers I feel like we're protecting right now because I'm vaccinated and I still got to wear a fucking mask because they might get sick.
Yeah.
Well, fuck you. You know what? You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on.
Well, it's funny that you said it too because like our friends just are retiring out and moved to Portugal. Cost of living, by the way, is a third of what it is here. So if you guys think of retirement plans, Portugal might
We're
be.
moving
Bye, Aaron. I'm going to Portugal.
We're going to Portugal?
Yeah.
Can I go?
You know,
No.
You need me down there. They're
Can
brown
you-
people down
Can
there.
you speak another language? It'd be great. And it's always 70.
Yeah, I can. See.
Wow. Yeah.
So it's like 65 to. Hey, off. I didn't know she came back in. I am so sorry.
No, it's fine. Yeah.
She's fine.
But anyway, but the whole point being is like, you know, it's anytime you ask somebody a question in Portugal, you are inconveniencing them until they find out you're new here. Then they're like, "Oh, you come on in. Well, no, we'll help you take care. No, you want to find this. You want to find that. You want, And then also they love you because you're new, and they're like, "Oh, there's somebody here. They want to experience what's going on." It's like the bank was closing. They went, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. We have to cash this check. We need money. We have to do all these things." And they're like, "Oh, you just moved here. Come in, please. You need a place to stay. Come join us tonight.
Sure.
You can come and stay with us tonight." So it's just funny because, like you said, it's like it's just an asshole mentality. And I know we call you asshole. You are sometimes. You're not always. But
You only call
out
me
of
asshole because
everything-
I throw the real shit out there. And
everything
you guys are too
with
chicken shit to
everything
say it.
that's going on everywhere. The biggest thing that always bothers me and why I don't get into a lot of the shit on Facebook. My Facebook stuff is pretty much now. Hey, look at my cute grandkids and all of our entertainment shit because I hate the hate speech.
Yeah.
I hate using the hate word, but I hate the hate speech.
Okay.
And
Me
it's,
too.
and it's whether people are, forgive me, Aaron, because you say a lot of people, whether people are stupid. Well, they're not stupid because they feel or look a certain way. But
Are you picking my words apart?
I'm not picking your words apart. I'm just saying that I'm not picking on you because I don't think that you are as hateful of a person as sometimes we joke around
I'm
with
blunt.
you saying you're an asshole.
I'm just
Yes.
Pretty
blunt.
hateful.
I'm blunt. So what's a nice way to say you're not thinking clearly? You're not looking at it in every direction.
Delusional. You're delusional.
I think you just said it.
Okay.
What's a nice way?
Whoa. Yeah, I wouldn't say that because then people won't take me seriously.
Did we just run out of time? The microphones just shut themselves off for
I
a
know,
second.
because
Yeah.
we're like, we've
don't know.
been
It's like the
talking.
bar, flashing the lights in
Yeah.
the bar.
Stop talking.
I don't. I think that today's society is getting a little too far with the whole concept of speech. And we're doing a show, and we wanted to do one because we're real people and we want to talk real on this program.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing,
Yeah.
right? We're not sugarcoating anything, and we're speaking in a way where I think most people can understand us. And I mean that even if they don't talk like we do, they know what we're saying.
Yeah.
Because they think that way.
Yeah.
They control themselves maybe in society. But all three of us here say what's on our mind for the most part. Now, I'm not saying that I'm more blunt than Sam or Chuck. These guys confide in me and they talk like me a lot. They just don't do it on the mics like I do. That's what I'm saying.
I disagree with you a lot.
No, you do. You do.
Like
you
a
do.
lot.
You talk harder than most people I've ever met. Sam. You're the most bluntest person I know. But on the show, you definitely come across a tad softer than you are in real life. Because I know things that you've said about certain situations. And I'll say them here, but you won't say them most of the time on the mic.
It's not false to who I am. It's
no, it's
just
not.
That
You're respecting other people.
Yes, I respect other people.
So I think I'm being called an
Except
asshole
you.
because you think what I'm saying is disrespecting other people.
I think you are very disrespectful, yes.
See, but I think it's important to be the villain until you become the hero.
Okay, well.
Sometimes you got to fucking speak your mind.
Too many Vin Diesel
You
movies.
got to speak. No, that's actually Batman.
Whatever it is, can you please become, like, I'm waiting for that.
Well, I think it's important. Some
Hero.
people can.
She wants you to be her hero, Aaron.
Can
Did
you
you hear
please
her?
be the hero?
I'm not anybody's hero, but I'm not sitting here.
Clearly.
I'm not gonna. Oh God.
I can take away your pain.
Chris, sorry.
I love it.
Yeah, man.
I'm not going high because we'll blow out all the microphones. But Aaron could because he used to sing that song.
I know. Was that the hero? Is that Nickelback?
No.
We sang Nickelback,
That is
motherfucker.
Enrique.
Remember Nickelback?
Iglesias.
Oh yeah, I do like that one. That's a
Yeah.
good song.
Yes, I remember Nickelback.
I
Yes.
am so high.
Please no.
I
Okay. This white girl
Oh.
hates Nickelback.
and,
No, and,
I think-
but Aaron is right. Aaron will say things bluntly and
yeah, and I don't mean
and
it
sometimes
way
over
I'm
the
saying
top to get to his point. without
Hence his
anybody else.
asshole.
And I never want to make somebody feel bad off when I am trying to explain my point to them. Just like, the other day I had a moment at work. Actually, it was before our last show.
Mhm.
I had a moment at work, and I was drinking when we got here. We got going on the studio.
Yeah.
I had a day at work, and I blew up at somebody
Yep.
who didn't deserve to be blown up at, but they called me next. And so I blew up all over them because there's a familiarity. And I apologized to them because I shouldn't have blown up on them because of the situation that was going on.
Okay. Yeah.
But that's not
But
the
I
story you
never
told
want-
me. See, you told
but
me
I
that
never
she
want-
deserved it.
Well, they shouldn't have been calling.
That's what
at
I'm
the time.
saying.
Right.
So
They
I'm an
shouldn't have been
asshole
calling.
because I'm telling like what really
Right. Well, they
someone
shouldn't have been
feels
calling
like.
at
Okay.
that time.
I get it. I get the
Yeah,
rules.
but so at the same time, it's like no matter how mad I am, I shouldn't. I don't want to say evil. I shouldn't share the feelings coming out of me
But
and force them
why?
onto somebody else.
But why not?
No matter
But
what.
why? Who says why?
Why
you don't
should
want to
I?
hurt somebody. Yeah,
No,
why?
no,
If you
but
s-
it's
if
not
you-
about
Why
hurting
offend
Okay,
people.
somebody?
let's back up to our previous conversation. If all you spread is hate, how will you ever have trust?
Okay,
Thank
but
you.
But how do you know if that's hate when it's the truth?
No, I don't
What's
care.
wrong with the truth?
There's
Is this
nothing
all
wrong with
everybody
it.
Jack Nicholson
There's
right now? You
nothing
can't
wrong-
handle the truth, so we gotta.
You know what? Aaron, fuck you. There's nothing wrong with
That's
the
the truth right there.
There's
That's
nothing
hate
wrong
speech.
with the truth.
Okay.
The fact of the matter is that you can say something in a way that is polite and kind. You can say something that
Yes,
way.
you can. Yes,
you can.
So if I say
and that
they're
is
being
not
stupid,
being,
that's not
that
being
is
kind.
not being.
That's right. I mean, I get what you're saying. So stupid is the wrong word.
You can be kind.
Okay.
When you speak, you can be kind, and you can not offend people and be a dick.
Why do I have songs going through my head?
What song?
Got to be cruel to be kind. I mean, talk about the whitest fucking song on the planet.
Literally, though.
What if I was to say?
Poor Christian. I'm sorry.
If I w-
It's just like, thank God they brought up the brown sugar bourbon.
we needed it. Now, if I was to say that, what if there's people out there that get offended by people lying to them and not telling them the exact truth because they're
You're one of
sugarcoating
those
things?
people. You know
I
what?
am one, but I know I'm not
There's
the only
a good
one.
reason to lie. I'm sorry, but that's what I feel. There's a good reason to lie. I will lie to somebody
That's-
to not hurt their feelings because you
I
know
wouldn't-
what?
I
Some
wouldn't
things
do
are
that.
not necessary. It is
Yeah.
not necessary. Oh, you look fat. Is that necessary? Do you need to say that
No,
to somebody?
that's
You
the
don't need to
white.
say
That's
that
the,
for-
Okay,
no,
but if
the
that's
white
how they
lies.
look,
Do these pants make my ass look big? It's not
honestly,
the pants.
No,
there
I
is
get
a
that.
reason to lie, and that is because you don't want to
So-
crush somebody's soul
Sure.
because you want to say what you feel.
Yeah, but there's circumstances when the truth needs to come out, and those are little ones that really
Christian, you need to
can
pipe
play
in here
with.
soon.
But there's serious issues that happen,
you
especially
talking
when it
about
comes
serious
to
shit? I'm
when it
talk-
comes to someone's integrity. I mean, you should really take that seriously in situations that happen
how
between
am I
people.
not?
Because I'm not saying you do it. I'm just talking about people in general. Where, when you've got a team of people together that are working together, there needs to be an open conversational dialogue that can happen freely, and everybody should have the right to say what they want to say and not be labeled and not be judged for it. If you don't have that, and the other people you're working with tend to back off from saying what they really feel, how do you really have super perfect trust in that team?
Yeah, I've been struggling.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've been struggling with that too because
Sam, fix your face.
There's so many people that that do.
That's how I feel.
They do want that. They do want you to lie to them. They do want you to, and they expect you to do that. And then there's some. I mean, it's just going back to people are different. Like me, I prefer the honesty. I know I might classify it in my head and be like, all right, that's what you think. Those are your beliefs, and I might sit you there in a corner of my mind and go to you when I need that. But it's not. But I'm not judging you for that. I'm like, all right, this is what they say. This is how they are. This is how they are. But for me, I'm like, I would like the honest criticism.
Me too.
I do agree with what you're saying, how you can be a little lighter about how you go about it, because some people can try to just, sometimes they'll confuse it for you attacking them. If you're saying something that's too,
harsh.
If you're saying stupid, then I'm like, oh, okay, you're trying to make me feel bad.
Yeah.
And then I might just not even listen to anything else you say just because I feel like you're attacking me, not because I don't agree or anything like that. It's just, all right, you're using a word that I feel like you're attacking with when it could be another word that just sounds kinder or sounds differently.
But that's where everything gets confusing because one word to 10, if you have 10,000 people and you give them one word, it's going to mean something different to every single one of them. So people are going to take things different and everything. I mean, it's hard to know
so why
how
not
everyone
just
else
be who you are?
Because I am who I am. Yeah. And I just feel like it's hard I try not to offend people, but you offend people. It doesn't matter. I mean,
I don't offend everybody. I might offend you, or I might offend Chuck
Aaron,
sometimes.
Because you don't care, though, but that's different.
I do care.
Let's not play a game, but let's do a word association.
Let's play a
game.
No,
not yet. No, we'll play a game in a second. But going off of what you just said about one word, and how everybody interprets it differently.
Yeah.
Okay, so everybody, clear your minds.
Okay.
It's been a heavy conversation. Everybody clear your minds.
Okay.
So when I think of the word moist. The first thing I think of is a chocolate cake.
That's exactly what I thought of.
I think of a vagina.
I did too. Sam, I'm right with you. I did. It popped in my head.
So everybody freaks out because I use the word moist. And the people who freak out are the ones who think of vagina. The people who think of cake are okay with the word moist because they like
No, I'm just the opposite. I don't want cake. That's disturbing to me. I don't want to eat cake.
But you don't like it when I say moist.
I didn't. Because then I associate you with the vagina, and I don't want to know what you do with the vagina. That's gross.
I do good things.
I know what I can do with a vagina. Sam, get my back.
Kind, good, wonderful
I will get
things
your back in
with
this
vaginas.
way.
That was
I will
a great
get everybody's
one vagina, honey. Sorry.
Okay.
That was a great example.
That's a good example of everybody's different.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to take that word
and then it was 50-50
take
in the
it
room.
somewhere else, right?
Yeah. That's interesting.
But you actually think of chocolate cake or just cake in general?
No, he thought of chocolate cake.
Chocolate cake. I thought of the box.
Yeah, Chuck,
when you
Chuck
said
thought
cake,
of a
I
white
thought
cake.
of cake.
Oh,
I thought of a white cake.
I thought of my mom's chocolate cake.
I literally thought of a white cake because that's my favorite. Sorry, I mean.
Well, no, you didn't.
Cops
You thought of
white
vagina
cake too, Sam.
You know what, Aaron? Go fuck yourself because that is not even what I was saying.
You said
I personally prefer.
You perverted.
You fucking chocolate cake. Get out of that car right now.
No, I like vanilla cake.
Oh, you're a white piece of cake.
No,
I like
you
you.
don't like vanilla cake. You like the, what is it? The mulatto cake.
I like vanilla cake.
She likes a nice
Chuck?
little chocolate frosting.
Sorry, Aaron. I was trying to get your back in my own way.
Lady, get down. All right.
She can't get down. He won't stop petting her.
All right, Christian.
Yeah.
So we had a long segue there.
We did.
But it kind of goes with your show a lot,
go
and I really wanted to make sure you get to tell people about, the program that you've got out there. Mm-hmm. It's important and why you did it. Mm-hmm.
The message.
Especially the message, because it's a topic that's tricky to talk about. Obviously, we just talked about it for almost an hour, and I ended up still being an asshole.
You are an asshole.
I'm sorry.
It's like whatever.
Would you like me to change your name? Maybe we could change the influence.
No, I don't. I like it. I like it. I embrace it because someone's got to do it.
How about okay, Aaron?
It won't work. Tried it.
No,
Tried it.
That's not intelligent.
I've tried telling Aaron a
That
lot
better?
of
That
things.
lacks intelligence.
Yeah, I find that even more repulsive.
Don't be fucking stupid.
Yeah, if people fucking talk to me like that, I'm more insulted.
I've tried.
I'm like,
calling
why don't you
Aaron a
say
lot
what
of
you
things
fucking
that
mean?
did not
You know,
work.
it's so dumb. It's just like, oh my god, it's
You're a
basic
hero.
language.
You're a knight in shining armor. You're a nice guy. You're romantic. I've tried it all. Trust me. It only works.
What is she talking about right now?
I'm not talking to you.
What the fuck?
We are having a conversation
Oh, you
Without
are.
about
you.
the things that she has tried to use to you to
Get you to be more,
influence your persona.
Doesn't
Oh, okay,
work.
yeah.
I'm just saying it doesn't work.
Oh, no. Okay.
You agree? Okay, let's.
No,
move
I didn't
on.
agree. I'm just saying, okay, that's what you're talking about. I'm not even know what's going on right now.
We
Let's
play a game.
Yeah, let's play a game.
fun
Let's play a
instead of
game.
this, 'cause
We've had a
you're-
great conversation. It's been fun.
Oh, so say you.
Christian,
You didn't have fun in the conversation
No,
with
I had
Christian?
fun.
That's rude.
Christian hasn't left
See how
the room.
blunt she is? You see what I'm saying? Anyway, go for it. Let's play a game.
I hate you so much. I fucking hate you so much.
Well, that's being pretty blunt, too.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Okay, so
That's
this is my plan.
excuse me, Sam.
Yes.
I do not approve of that kind of hate speech.
Oh,
I was
I'm
gonna
sorry.
say.
And I'm sorry. I forgot. I was going to throw this disclaimer out earlier.
I don't dislike you because you're black. I dislike you because you're an asshole.
The
Is that better?
The views and verbiage used by individuals on this show do not reflect CCC Entertainment Group around Real or any of its partners or subsidiaries.
Oh, my God.
Okay, thank you.
All right, let's play a game.
I disclaimered the shit out of that, and let's play a game.
Intense
Okay.
subject matter.
We'll play a game. What do you got, Sam? What game you got?
Shall we play?
Tense in here.
What game are you going to play?
Okay.
It's tense.
I was gonna play.
I swear to God, I haven't popped a tent all day.
Wow. Okay. Anyway, that was a bad joke, Chuck.
Hey, I'm just trying to segue my way out of this without being rude.
Oh, crickets.
Yeah, you got crickets on that
You
one.
got
big
crickets.
time.
kind of game are we playing?
Okay. So I was gonna test you,
Oh,
Christian,
shit.
Okay, yeah.
on your. I'm gonna test you on. This game is called Chuck or Aaron, and you have to guess. I'm gonna say something, and you have to
Stop
guess.
wagging
Is
your
it
tail.
Chuck? Is it Aaron? Is it neither? Or is it both?
Okay.
Oh,
so there's
shit.
4 possibilities.
Oh, so we don't even get to play?
No, you guys are out. I don't want you to play.
Jesus
I only
Christ.
want to play with
Aaron,
Christian.
here's a game you might have a shot at.
I'm like Deb. I only want to play with Christian right now.
Deb's my stepmom again. Right? Yeah.
Okay.
Or any
so-
white girl named Deb out there probably wants to play with Christian.
And you know what? That's another
Or
thing. Before
any
you start the
white
game,
girl,
I think
period. I
white
don't
girls
know.
like black guys more than white guys. I think they
Anyway,
secretly do. Don't you agree with that?
This
Christian?
game is called
I think
Chuck
that- you
or
know-
Aaron.
I think they do, man. I
I
really
can't
do.
answer that without getting crucified.
Oh yeah, okay. Don't answer. Yeah, I kind of feel that way. Anyway, sorry, Sam. Go.
I just can't answer that question.
I know you couldn't, Joe.
He's just willing to be crucified, so.
All right, I'll shut up. Here we go.
He's like Jesus in that way.
No. And no.
I'd say in high school, no, for sure.
All right,
right.
Christian, are you ready for this? Okay, so there's 15
Why am I
questions.
turning red? Am I laughing too hard?
There's 15 questions.
Okay.
15
Both,
questions?
neither Aaron or Chuck. Okay?
Both.
And then we're going to go through them all, and then I have 2 true or false questions. And we're going to see how much you know Aaron and Chuck here.
Oh my God.
Okay, are you ready for this?
The Aaron.
I'm so
Okay.
glad we had a conversation for a half hour.
Who had the mullet?
The mullet. That was Chuck.
Okay. Who
Oh, we're- so-
edits our movies?
Edits.
Aaron, just stare at your screen so that there's no awkwardness.
Shut up, guys.
Aaron.
Aaron, okay. And who is taller?
Chuck.
Who was a quarterback in high school?
What you looking at?
Aaron.
Okay.
You looked them up and down like.
Who doesn't wear underwear?
Doesn't wear underwear.
Who does
Hopefully
not wear-
neither.
Okay. Whose favorite color is pink?
Pink. Neither.
Okay. Who sings country music at karaoke?
Aaron.
Okay. Who is originally from Springfield, Ohio?
Ooh. Chuck.
Chuck. Who was a science whiz in school?
Chuck.
Who is a Dr. Pepper fiend?
Aaron.
Okay. Who has been married twice?
Aaron.
Okay.
Remember all the options.
Who's written 2 novels?
Chuck.
Who can speak another language?
Damn, you guys are impressive.
Remember the options?
What are the options?
It's both.
Both?
Neither.
Neither.
Aaron or Chuck.
Yeah. Both. You got both and neither as an option.
Don't
push
give him
that out
the
there.
answer, jeez. Who can speak another language?
Neither.
Whose favorite movie is Star Wars?
Aaron.
And whose favorite food is prime rib?
Chuck.
Okay. True or false? There's 2. True or false? Answer. Aaron dated Chuck's grade school crush.
True.
And Chuck is married to Aaron's ex-wife's sister.
True.
All right. Let's see how many you got.
Oh, is that a game?
That's a game. Let's see how many he got.
Why am I
right.
sweating?
I know.
didn't
I'm
have to
sweating
answer.
bullets, man. I got that half a cup of water, like soaking in the
No, it's not.
Aaron, are you moist?
a little bit. All right, let's go.
Who had a mullet? You said Chuck. The answer is both.
That's right.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I had Milli Vanilli going on.
Who edits our movies? You said Aaron. That is correct.
Ding ding ding.
Wait, is somebody keeping track?
Who
She
is
is.
taller? You said Chuck. That is correct.
Congratulations, you paid attention when we walked in a room.
Who was quarterback in high school? You said Aaron. That is correct.
Oh yeah.
Who doesn't wear underwear? You said neither. That is correct.
Chuck Nick.
I didn't
Wait,
get
I
asked.
mean,
I
the
didn't
answer
ask-
was both.
You didn't send me that
Who
question.
doesn't wear underwear?
He wear-
Neither one.
I
is
wear
the correct
underwear.
answer.
I wear underwear.
Okay, well, I didn't ask Chuck. So, do you not wear underwear?
No, he doesn't wear underwear.
Oh shit! So okay,
Actually,
so that changes.
ever since I started sitting
answer
on
was
them,
Chuck, and you said
started
neither.
wearing underwear.
ever since I started sitting on them, I started wearing underwear. So
I mean,
no,
I'm
the
maybe
Well, you
both
sit on
there.
your balls, so what do you
joke-
do about that?
the joke through my 20s was I was the local
Yeah.
porn star ready to go at any moment.
Yeah, he never wear underwear.
The answer is neither. You got that correct.
Okay, what?
That was my answer.
now, yeah.
Whatever. Whose favorite color is pink? You said neither. The answer is Aaron.
Ding ding ding
Oh,
ding ding.
okay.
Who sings country music at karaoke? You said Aaron. The answer is both.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm Travis Tritt, baby.
Who is originally from Springfield, Ohio? You said Chuck. The answer is neither.
We're not on The Simpsons.
Who is a Dr. Pepper fiend? You said Aaron. The answer is Chuck.
Yeah.
okay.
Chuck used to love that shit.
Who has been married twice? You said Aaron. That is correct. But also Chuck has as well. So that's both.
Bothers. He gets a half point though for that.
Half point,
Okay,
yeah.
half point.
Who has written 2 novels? You said Chuck. The answer is Aaron.
That's me.
Oh, wow. Oh, okay.
Who can speak another language? You said neither, and you were correct.
Ding ding ding.
Wait, I forgot to ask. Does Klingon count?
No, Klingon.
No, it does not count.
No. But I
Whose
speak
favorite
asshole. Does that
movie-
count?
Shut up, Aaron.
Apparently, Sam speaks it too.
Whose favorite movie is Star Wars? You said Aaron. The answer is Chuck.
Oh, okay.
And whose
That
favorite?
technically that wasn't a fair question because it's really hard for me to pick a favorite movie. However, Star Wars inspired me to love movies.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I feel you.
Okay, so not a fair question or a fair question. Either way, you got it wrong.
Yeah, that was the longest explanation I had on her questionnaire this morning.
Whose favorite food is prime rib? You said Chuck. The answer is both.
Both.
Okay.
Ding 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 ding. Yeah.
And
like a good piece of meat.
The true or false questions.
Okay.
Chuck is married to Aaron's ex-wife's sister. You said true. That is true.
Holy
Got that
shit.
one right.
It's weird, right?
Aaron dated Chuck's grade school crush. You said true. The answer is false.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that shit.
So you got.
Only because I was at grade school in California.
Yeah. That's
They were both so detailed. I was like, wow.
I was trying to trick you. So out of 17 questions. You got 1, 2, 3, 4,
and
5. You got 5. You suck.
He just met us today.
That's some hateful
That's pretty
speech.
good. That's pretty good for just.
That's really
meeting us.
good.
That is really good, actually.
It just
Jesus.
goes to
Not bad at all.
show that he didn't Facebook stalk us like we did him before the show.
We
But
Facebook
however-
stalk. If you asked us a questionnaire on you,
We would do worse.
We would get it all right.
No, I
What
don't
are
think
you
we would.
talking about?
Because
I
there's a
would.
lot more to him we haven't even fucking touched on yet that I don't know.
Ask us a question.
Yeah, give us a
about you.
question. One question.
Give us one question.
Yeah, that's fair.
Uh,
Give me an easy one like, am I black? I would.
No, give us a hard one.
I want an easy
a
one.
hard one.
what was when did I start directing?
You were 25.
Well, how many years ago?
2014.
Excuse me.
I think I was 26. Close.
Ooh. All right, that's
The other was we didn't get a chance to answer.
We didn't get a chance to
Question.
answer, but I guess it's just for Sam. That was just for Sam.
Yeah, because I asked.
Yeah, the Sam question. Yeah, that was the Sam.
Go ahead, give me a question.
Are you 31?
32.
Oh, God, I'm
Alright.
so
And she sucks at math.
so freaking close.
You're close, Sam. Mm-hmm.
I was one number off both times. So
Very
whatever.
good. Good job.
That was pretty close.
The heat is on.
What what CBS show was I on?
Oh.
What CBS show were you on?
Ooh.
Ooh, good one.
Holy shit.
Can I get a time frame as to when you were on CBS?
2017.
2017, you were on CBS.
My guess is a really bad guess.
Probably because it's an NBC show.
It is probably. It's like Sesame Street, whatever that was on.
That's PBS.
Okay, well, whatever. That was my guess.
CBS show
It's a
were
bad
you
guess.
on?
Told you.
I'll give a hint. The main actor is the guy from Angel, David Bordeaux, I think is his name.
David Bordeaux.
I don't even know.
Do you know?
I'm sorry, Chuck.
Chuck?
He gave you a hard question. I'm waiting
We
for my easy
all
one.
suck.
I'm going to easy question.
We all
one.
suck. What's the answer?
SEAL Team.
SEAL Team.
Wow.
I was like, I know the name.
That's cool.
I know the time
That
frame.
is really cool.
That's awesome.
So tell us about that.
I only gave
I
up on
wanna know.
I was an
TV
extra.
last year.
Hush,
I was an
hush.
extra.
You got to
Oh,
play
you were
extra
an
though.
extra?
That's badass
Sweet.
though, man.
That's
Good
awesome.
for you.
It was cool.
I
That
bet it
was
was.
really cool.
Um,
I didn't know that.
what show? Oh, this is. I was on a show with the character he plays, a very smart, geeky guy. What show is that?
You were on a show.
You were on a show, smart geeky
The main
guy.
character plays a smart geeky guy.
Mhm.
Dexter?
Very, very popular.
Oh,
Oh, very popular.
A smart,
sorry, I got
Superman.
stuck in CBS. Did you say Superman?
Superman
He's
is a
not
very
smart, geeky guy.
smart,
He's a
geeky
smart
guy.
geeky guy. Well, not Superman, but
Is it? Is he a doctor?
No,
Shit.
his name starts with S.
and it's not Superman.
See, look, this is what I get for Facebook stalking and not IMDb stalking.
Oh, or Instagram. You would have found it.
Damn it.
Whoa.
I didn't go to IG.
I am not a social media person.
I
so
feel bad.
am
I
going
realize
to
I don't
lose.
vet our.
It's Big Bang Theory.
Big Bang Theory.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
cool as fuck too.
shit.
Are you serious?
That's
What
awesome.
were you on Big Bang Theory?
That was the last series, or the last season, episode 6, I think.
Fuck, man. That's
No.
You were
fucking
in the
great.
coffee shop?
No, I was behind the. They were at the bar.
I am gonna look. I mean, I've watched
Oh,
Big Bang Theory like 4 times all the way through ever since it
That's
ended. 'cause
great.
It was my favorite. It was my favorite fucking show.
Yeah, that
I
was
actually
a fun
like
one.
Big Bang Theory.
He just cracked a beer. We're not done yet.
No, we're not done
The
yet. No.
blonde lady,
even
I forgot her name. She talked to me
Kuko?
back. Yeah.
Kaylee Kuko.
Okay.
At
Now
Crafty.
known as, she is now the voice for Harley Quinn in the new
Oh, really?
animated
In
series.
the anime series?
Oh, wow.
Okay, cool.
Wow.
Wow.
And she has a show. By the way, Kaylee Kuko, if you'd like to be on our show, please feel free to reach out to us since we're blowing you up.
Yep.
She's also has a new show on HBO Max called Flight Attendant.
Oh, I know that.
Yeah.
one. Yeah, I saw the trailer. I know that.
Email
one. Okay.
us.
That's
Around
cool
the
as
real
fuck.
253 at Gmail.
At
Kaylee
gmail.com.
Kuko, we'd love to talk to you about all the things you've done, and if you, we do know you like to do independent films once in a while. So every once in a while, hey, come on up here into Washington,
Look
and
at
we'll.
She's a fucking producer. It's,
Yay.
anyway. Christian, what got you started on wanting to make films? I mean, we didn't talk about that at
Yeah,
all
like,
in this show. So
you were a child, obviously.
Yeah, you got into acting. What made you start thinking about doing this? Really?
It's funny. It was
He says Sesame
Independence
Street.
Day.
Oh.
That
Okay.
that and the Mummy, the first Mummy.
Badass.
No
Yeah.
shit.
So it was
you like
Brendan
that
Fraser and
action
Will Smith.
stuff.
Okay.
Well, it was their
Okay.
characters. It was how I felt about them after I watched it. Because
Okay.
watching Will Smith and his line, I was like, whoa.
He's been accused of looking like both those characters,
I have.
actually.
It's weird. Yeah. One time, even Chuck's sister was like, he looks like Brendan Fraser in black form. Your sister said that to me.
Honestly,
Back in
You don't
the
have
day.
to remind
your
me.
face
Oh, okay.
structure
Yeah.
is Brendan Fraser.
Yeah, and I put it in one of those things.
Yeah.
It's
Excuse
fucking,
me.
who you look like.
Oh,
So
yeah.
Brendan Fraser
Excuse
came
me.
up. I'm like, oh,
Let me
that's
just clarify. A young Brendan Fraser.
Yeah, like
Oh, yeah.
George in the Jungle, like badass.
Yeah.
Brendan
Always.
Fraser. He's looking more like I did 4 months ago.
Yeah, he looks like you now, Chuck.
4 months ago, motherfucker.
Oh, yeah, you've lost a lot of weight. You know what I'm saying, though. But he's coming back.
Jesus.
Brendan Fraser's
Yeah,
coming back.
I've seen him on. He had
I'm excited.
a show on, I think Netflix or something.
Does
like
he
that.
really?
Yeah.
He's in superheroes.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
and fucking Twitter blew up, giving him props and
Yeah.
supporting him, and he
He's
did
a
another
badass.
tweet back, and he was crying about the
Oh,
support.
he's
he
a
got.
Wow.
badass.
I know he got fucking shit for that.
Journey.
Yes, Journey.
Yeah.
Oh,
Journey to the Center
yes,
of
yeah.
When The Rock took
Two
over, yeah.
was
Yeah.
his mistake. He
Yeah.
tried to pressure everybody to make sure that he can get the director he wanted. It didn't work out.
Yeah.
And the studio fired him, and he got shunned.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
man.
shunned him from Hollywood. That long.
Oh,
And then
and the
because it
Journey to
turned
Center
out
Earth is a
good.
badass movie.
yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is, but it turned out good without him, so that's why he got shit.
I guess so.
Well,
but
I
I mean,
mean-
The Rock took over. I mean, The Rock is The Rock.
The Rock is The Rock.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
the
Oh,
shit.
But
Should we say a dad joke right now?
Oh yeah, do it, dude.
So if you're I met Dwayne Johnson one time. Went to give him a hug and I put my hand on his butt. And then I hit rock bottom. Bad jokes.
I met Dwayne Johnson before
Your
Dwayne
TikTok.
Johnson was cool. I met Dwayne Johnson when he was still Rocky Maivia coming out in the WWE.
Oh, in the wrestling thing.
You've met a lot of famous people, so anyway.
Yeah. Now you know us. So congrats. Okay, let's continue.
And you know what?
You know Christian.
I have
No.
had as many lovely conversations with some of them as I have with you wonderful people.
I know.
Aw,
We have a
are
blast.
you calling me wonderful?
So when are
people?
when are you gonna get those
Wait, are
people
you
on the show?
calling him wonderful?
They won't
people?
return my fucking calls.
Oh, that's all right. That's all right.
I was the very nice guy backstage. However,
It's
And-
fine.
Hence is why he's calling you wonderful people.
so for being a giant 6'4" white guy, people don't seem to remember me, which means I did my job well.
Possibly.
Apparently.
Do you think that white
My
people end
aunt
up
is
doing
like
crazy shit to get
a
attention?
6'4" white girl, and
Do white people do crazy shit to get attention?
Yeah, because they.
Let me bring to
because
you-
how do you not
Wait,
see
wait,
a 6'4" white guy?
Let me bring to you the fact that, let's see, how many brothers were on, what was that show called? Jackass?
oh, Jackass.
Not one.
No,
Not one.
no.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
one.
You know why? Because they're smart and white people are stupid.
So do you consider them assholes?
No.
They are assholes.
They
Well,
named. Thank you, Sam, because they
I'm
named
sorry.
their show Jackass.
Yeah.
That's
They're
offensive,
assholes.
right?
They're well, I don't know if that's offensive.
Well,
but they're
Jackass is also a
assholes.
donkey, which isn't the smartest animal.
And a bitch is a
frickin'
dog. I get it, but
Aren't-
still,
aren't
it's the
they
way you
making
use the
another
word,
one?
right?
Aren't they making a?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
they are actually. It looks great.
But it is funny that you
I'm
did bring it up
excited.
though, because I'm a large person.
That's a nice way to say
He
it.
got that. He got that one right
Right.
from the questionnaire.
From But it is amazing how many times I will walk up on somebody and you would think I was Michael Myers, because also it's like, oh my god, I mean, like, how the fuck did you not see me? I was 30 feet away and I just walked right up on you.
Aaron's scary because of his mouth, and you're scary because of your height.
Mm-hmm.
And here I am in
still,
the
how
middle
come
of both
nobody-
of you. I'm scared.
Yeah, but nobody ever sees me coming.
You're like
Why?
Electro in Spider-Man 2, or the Amazing Spider-Man 2, when
Did
he
you
was like,
fin- you
"No
finally
one
watched
sees,
that?
Yeah, no one sees me. Aw.
No one sees me.
I'm okay with it
Okay,
Aw.
that's good.
because getting people to jump brings me joy.
No one sees him because he's white, but that's okay.
I know it's
Are
weird.
you telling me I blend into the
No,
background?
because if you were
that's
six-
why I live in Washington.
because
if you were-
clouds.
You can be 8 feet tall. You're white.
Yeah,
no one
if you were
sees you.
6'4", if you're the same size you were now, and black people would know you were there.
Yeah, people
That's the
would
point.
see you.
That's the point.
Yeah.
My
We-
black
that's
dad,
things-
everyone
things
sees
to
him,
start.
right?
Everybody sees him, right?
Everyone sees my
and
black
why?
dad.
Yeah, everybody
Everyone.
sees him because he's a big black motherfucker. And
Yeah.
He looks like he can fuck you up. He
And
does.
he's not even quite as tall as you, but
and he's
close.
he's a super nice guy. But if you don't know him, I could see how people would be intimidated by him.
Yeah.
And that's kind of my point.
Who was
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
Oh, people mess with me, and I'm just like, just wait till you meet my black dad.
Yeah, and they'll see
and
him,
my
and they'll
black
be
dad
like,
comes, and they're like,
yeah, and then they get down on one knee, and they're like,
sorry,
Sam,
sorry, I'm so
and they're
sorry.
holding her hand and shit because he's fucking behind her. That's true. Yeah, seriously.
He's huge.
That's that fucking intimidation thing I was talking about. It's kind of strange to me that people
But Chuck,
feel
I
that
wouldn't
way.
call you and ask you to come because no one would be intimidated by you, Chuck, because you're too nice.
Oh, thank you.
That's true, though. That is true.
This is the sweet part of our program.
Everybody thinks I'm
heartwarming?
nice until I close the gap and I'm standing behind you and you're wondering what the fuck is in my hip
You're good.
or my lower rib.
Oh, man. Kristen, do you have any movies or anything you're working on?
Do you have anything
or
to
getting
plug?
ready to work
Do you have
on right
anything to
now?
get-
What's going on?
Yeah, I'm sending to film festivals, and then I'm writing a novel with illustrations at the moment.
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah, that's been very cool just to see it come to life and illustrations. The artist that I'm working with is amazing, and so he just sent back the first page last week. And,
Is it not the same artist that you're working with for your show?
oh no,
Animator,
No, different
that's
one?
different.
Different one.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
different, yeah.
I
Yeah.
but
apologize.
it's been very cool so far.
That's
I'm
cool.
interested
Very.
to see what I'm doing with that is actually it's going to be a superhero movie, but I wanted to start with a book.
Sure. Yeah.
And like a comic and stuff like that. So I'm starting there, and then eventually I'll write the screenplay and stuff. But it's been so cool.
That's
Awesome.
badass, buddy.
Yeah.
That's exciting as shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
You're
so you're going to
someone-
dive in there and do a novel instead of a screenplay.
Well, first, yeah.
Graphic novel.
You're
Dope.
someone to watch, Christian.
Yeah.
You are someone to watch. Like, pay attention to this guy because he's good. Things are happening.
You've got a very talented
You are talented.
persona.
Thank
I
you.
mean, you can feel it, and you keep doing what you're doing.
Thank
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
stop.
I love your
You're in
show
the right
too.
path.
I brought up all the cop stuff earlier because of the episode we watched with Raymond Power. That's
Oh,
why
God,
I brought
love
it
that.
up.
Oh,
though.
yeah.
Yeah, because that's fucking hilarious. I was dying. But you know what's funny, man? What you're doing with the comedy in there, and still linking that message to people in a clever way, is kind of like what Sam's saying about me. There's a better way to say it, and you're finding a better way to say the
thank you.
things you need to say. And I'm hoping that these stupid people get it,
Hear it.
because I don't know if they'll get it.
All I know
You know
is
what I mean? That's what scares me. You can say it in a nice way, but will they fucking hear it? Because I see what you're doing, and I get it, but I also get it, and it scares me if they don't. What? I'm
Say it,
sorry.
Chuck, say it.
Go ahead.
All I know is that in the next season, I already know that I'll be getting a phone call. Hey, Chuck, I need you to play the white cop.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Literally,
that's
though.
likely. I'm not even gonna lie.
If
Well,
I
you
had
know-
that part, I'd pick you
Well,
too.
the only reason I say that,
And I'll get a lot of those role requests after they watch the source.
yeah, they will. Yeah. I just worry. I just worry about where we are as a people sometimes, and I just don't have a lot of faith in the way people are thinking. A certain group of people right now that need to hear this
Yeah.
stuff.
Or
And
is that the white Republican?
well, not necessarily. It's whoever is in that category. They can be any color. It's not just white people. It's all of them. But there's a certain group of people in our country that aren't taking the blinders off, kind of in a way.
Yeah.
And they're not hearing the science anymore. They're not hearing the pain. They're mad that their country is changing.
Yeah.
And
Stubborn.
those are the people I'm talking about. It's like, catch up. Catch
Yeah.
the fuck up.
Yeah.
Mustard?
Well,
Okay.
they do when it comes to cell phones. Does not everybody in this country
Yeah,
own a
now
cell phone?
well, they're kind of catching up now because now they're like, "Hey, it's my body; I can do what I want." Well, did you feel that way about abortion? You know what I mean? You know what I
Oh
mean?
my God,
It's
okay,
kind of
Aaron,
weird, right?
let's
It's
not
kind of
touch on
fucking weird, bro.
Every touchy subject.
It's kind of
on
fucking weird.
in the same
But
day.
they may be coming around. They might see the hypocrisy soon.
Yeah.
Maybe,
I'm hoping, but
maybe not. Probably not.
But well, yeah, maybe. But with him doing what he's doing, I really hope your message hits the right people. And if it doesn't, it's going to reinforce everybody's opinion that already thinks that way,
Yeah.
which is beautiful.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think you have the most hopeful, way of saying things that people will understand. Comedy is universal.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah.
I think it touches everybody. I think everybody can laugh at something.
Yeah.
I hope so.
And laughing about stuff, especially when it's controversial or when it's, touchy subject, is amazing. And you can make people laugh when it comes to those things. So cheers to you.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Keep doing it.
Yeah.
Literally,
Did you
because you're spreading a message, and it's important message, and it's awesome that you can do it in the way that you do it.
Thank
It's
you.
cool.
Hell yeah.
This
Did I
show,
just what?
ladies and gentlemen, this show has gone so long we can't even cheers him with a glass because they're all empty.
No,
We're gone. They're all gone. Well,
we got beer. We're good.
We have
We're good. We got
stuff
beer.
and things.
Yeah, you're the one. You drank all yours too fast, bro.
No,
You
but
gotta-
this has
you
been
gotta sip
kind
it.
of a long show. We're kind of.
It wasn't a shot of Jaeger. You know, white guys do that.
Oh, because
We
Jaeger
wait,
would've been-
we sip on it.
Whoa.
We sip on our nip.
Let's get away from the racial profiling here now.
Oh, I'm profiling
I do
Lady Di.
not drink fucking Jaeger ever.
I'm just saying.
I will.
It's too funny. Oh man.
It's been an awesome show. It's been
got
so
nothing.
fun with you,
Yeah.
Christian.
Yes.
It's been so fun. Like we could go on for probably all day.
I could actually.
And I would like to make a personal comment.
Yes.
In our group that we have on Messenger, I put out a request for more bodies to possibly show up today. And even Christian himself, after he finishes with this show,
Your dog's choking.
is going to go help our friend, Mick, move. And half the people in our group are helping Mick move today instead of showing up to be extras for our first day shoot of Say Goodbye.
Why aren't you helping Mick move, Chuck?
Because I got to make a fucking movie.
Okay,
So, Mick,
well,
I hope you enjoy all of your friends and you can keep them. And I expect you all to show up for the diner scene.
Oh, shout out to Mick too. That's a good guy.
Mick's amazing. Yeah.
It's
Matter of fact, I was gonna go help my daughter, but maybe I'll help Mick move. Sorry, Chuck.
Sorry, Chuck.
Anyway, Chuck, you want to close the show out today?
Does anybody see me here in the room? I
No, I don't
know if
see
I'm
you.
even here.
You know, if
6'4" and I don't see you.
yeah,
giant-
if you were black, people would see
I'm
you.
a giant white head in a black area. I mean, just look at this.
We need to get you. We need to get you a black face and a white background.
No.
Then you pop. Get it? The brownness.
Learning
You
from
wanna close
Ted
the show?
Danson, doing blackface is not,
Not a
very
good
thing to
idea.
do anymore.
Why
for your
Why
career.
do I
Ted
see you
Danson?
being able to pull it off though?
Why?
You gonna see me doing blackface?
I could.
Yeah.
It would be creepy in a
It would
movie.
be
It would be
creepy.
fucking
Oh
scary.
well, yes. I mean, if you did blackface as far as like doing.
Did you
something in
watch
a
them yet?
movie-
Did you watch any of them
Them.
on Amazon Prime? Have you seen any of
Oh,
that, Christian?
yeah.
No, I have not
Fuck.
seen them yet.
Wow.
That show is fucking off the
Wow.
hook.
Yeah.
Wow.
Really good.
It's really good. You watch that and you'll
So-
see what I'm saying.
That
That's
is like
dope.
the opposite of what you're doing. It's like literally like it's making some
Celebrating white
serious,
people. I'm just confused.
Scary,
What?
It's making scary shit out of what's going on.
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, because he wasn't
I hate to
afraid to
say
be
it,
an
it's
asshole and
good.
fucking say what he meant
Yeah.
when he told that story.
It's good.
That's why my movies are good too, because I'm an asshole. All right,
That
anyway.
blackface though is scary as hell.
It is really scary. It's fucking good.
Are we finishing the show?
That's a
or we
good-
just-
Yeah, we're gonna
Oh,
finish
yeah,
up.
finish.
Christian, thank you, brother,
Thank
for
you.
being with
Thank
us.
you so
We'll
much.
talk more.
All
It's been
right.
so fun.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
been fun. Is this is gonna be on the Apple thing as well?
It'll be
Oh,
on
yeah.
all
It's
podcast
not-
platforms.
it's not
It'll be
just
on YouTube.
Apple. It's on Apple, Spotify. Help me out here.
Overcast.
Oh, okay.
Overcast.
You can't name
Overcast.
them all.
Yeah,
They're
Google
all-
Podcast,
of them.
Amazon Music.
What I am trying to do as the nerdy producer that I am, I am
Lord.
trying to get people to give us something besides Apple, because Apple platform is doing great. I want Spotify.
Oh, yeah.
I want Amazon. Come on, people. Chime into everything. Don't listen to us once. Don't watch us once.
Well,
Watch us once, twice.
there was
three
a
times.
reason-
Just keep listening to the damn show.
I know, but Chuck, but there was a reason why you wanted me to get an Apple PC or an Apple computer instead of a PC.
So we can join together.
Because everybody's
I don't
on
know.
the network. Everybody has a fucking iPhone. Apple Podcast is going to be the platform most people listen to. So that's
I'm
fine.
petting your dog until the show is over. Can you end it?
Oh yeah, end the show, please, for us. Christian, thank you.
So while
Thank you.
Sam sits
Thank
here
you.
and pets
It was
my
great to be
puppies,
it was awesome.
Lady, I'm petting lady.
Christian Day. Thank you for
Awesome.
joining us today on Around the Reel. No. Thank you for taking a few minutes and talking some stuff. I mean, we really did.
Serious
we went
stuff.
racial. We went everywhere because that's what we do. Because we talk about all the real things that are happening in our lives, in, around, and around everything. So thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
I can go on and on, but if I keep talking, we're going to end up starting a new segment to the show.
Yeah.
So everybody out there, remember, think hard because you're thinking anyway.
See you
Brown
guys,
sugar bourbon.
see you guys later.
Bye.
Thanks for tuning
Wait.
in.
Remember, everybody, think hard because you're thinking anyway.
Oh, for the love of Christ, both of you guys.
He just cut me off though. Just cut me off, man.
Nobody needs to hear the old intro.
Okay, well, I'm going to cut you both off and say thank you for listening to our show. Thank you for tuning into Around the Reel.
That's great stuff.
Yeah.
So why did they even tune in the first place?
I don't know, but they're glad they did.
Yeah. I think it's because we're trying to inspire people.
We are.
And have fun with people.
People that are artists.
Creatives.
Yeah. People that are out there trying to make a living with their art.
That's a beautiful thing.
That's what we're doing.
They're crafty.
Yes.
So have them tune in. And how do they get on our show, Chuck?
You can get on our show by going to our website. Please visit us at cccentertainmentgroup.com. Click on the scheduling link.
I'll send you to me.
Yeah.
Sassy Sam was going to get you all lined up on everything.
I'll hook you up with a day and a time.
Sometime in 2021 or 2022 because it's filling up fast. So if you want to get on this show,
get on.
I highly suggest
get on it.
You start clicking your brains out.
Come be our guest on our show. We'd love to hear your story.
We'd love to hear it.
Make sure you come visit us on Amazon Prime and OP Prime.
Oh,
come
yeah, watch our
Outrider.
movie. Watch our movie. The Outrider.
Yeah, you can watch Marcus Ford kick some fucking ass.
Oh,
this was a perfectly good take until you said that.
Until you said that.
All right, well, thanks for tuning in to the show. Bye-bye, guys.